Good morning, everyone. I wanted to share today's daily reflection with you guys from the AA book. For August 8th, it's made a list of all persons we had harmed. It's from the 12 and 12, page 77. It says, when I approached the 8th step, I wondered how I could list all the things that I've done to other people, since there were so many people and some of them weren't alive anymore. Some of the hurts I inflicted weren't bad, but they really bothered me. Main thing to see in this step was to become willing to do whatever I had to do to make these amends to the best of my ability at that particular time. Where there is a will, there's a way. So if I want to feel better, I need to unload the guilt feelings I have. A peaceful mind has no room for feelings of guilt. With the help of my higher power, if I am honest with myself, I can cleanse my mind of these feelings. So to me, what this is talking about is making those amends, and amends can be really hard to do. It's very humbling when you go to someone and say, hey, I've wronged you and I want to make it right. Tell me what I can do to make it better. And it's really humbling when you go in person, or you have the door shut on you, or someone doesn't respond to your text or your calls because you burn them so badly that they're like, save it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want your apologies. I don't want anything to do with you. So we learn not to set expectations on how the people we have harmed are going to react, because not everyone is going to receive it with open arms. I can talk about a few amends I've made, very surface level amends. So for both of my parents who watched me really destroy my life and circle the drain a few times in active addiction, I came to them when I first got sober and I said, I'm really sorry. I love you guys. Thank you for being there for me. Like, what can I do? And for both of my parents, they didn't want the apology. They wanted to see the action. They wanted to see the actual change. And that's because I've said sorry so many times and then repeated my old ways and behaviors that sorry was not going to cut it anymore. And I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know if I could just say sorry and tie it up with a bow and a nice pretty box and like, here you go, I'm changed, I'm fixed, it's over, everybody can rest easy now. So I do a living amends with my parents. Every day I ask God, how can I be a better daughter to them? How can I be a better sister, granddaughter, wife, friend, co-worker? I make those living amends because I'm flawed. I'm inherently flawed. I'm human. And I recognize that. And I realize that the world no longer circles around my delusional wants and needs. So I just, I pray to God and I do better in my life every day. And I continue to rise to the expectations that God has set forth for me. And in doing that, I have the best relationship with my parents I've ever had. I've shown them monumental change. So if you are in a process of making an amends, or you have a heavy burden of guilt or shame or worry, and you keep refilling those feelings every time you think about how you wronged someone else, especially a loved one, I can tell you that it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Obviously, a lot of us don't throw our whole life away overnight. We don't do all those wrongs overnight. So it takes time to build that trust, to rebuild those relationships, repair those burned bridges. So yeah, be gentle with yourself, be easy with yourself, show yourself love and compassion so you can go forth into the world and do great things in recovery. Bye. Happy weekend.